The young jester and Sihan discovered that the Changu is a spy for Karas, and the young jester asked Sihan if this was also because of his foresight ability. In his previous life, he remembered the Changu as being a good person and always trying to save his brother Shu. Sihan is gathering information for the new Sentinel Bulgasari. In Korean folklore, Bulgasari is a metal-eating monster. The information he gathers is that Bulgasari is slow but incredibly powerful, and his body is as hard as steel. As he eats more metals, it will become stronger and sturdier. With this, all of Sihan's attacks might not work on Bulgasari. Mina approached Sihan and asked if he would try to defeat the Sentinel. He told Mina that he couldn't right now, but in the right conditions he could. Shu can't help him right now, so Sihan plans to head out and go somewhere, and he asked Mina to keep an eye on those two. The amusement park castle is Kara's base, where he stays, and the Sentinel Bulgasari Cheolwung. Cheolwung reported to Karas that 3 stamps are the most players right now until yesterday when he told Karas that 2 people. Karas is surprised because one of them doesn't have a god. Karas thinks that if Sihan and Mina complete the 3rd quest, it will complicate his position since he can't reveal himself this early since he already used the loophole to intervene with the game. But he told Cheolwung to let them be because if some players manage to complete the quest, other people might come. After all, they assume that they can also finish the 3rd main quest. It seems like Karas fought Cheolwung when he arrived at the amusement park and beat him. Cheolwung was added to the game, but the GM of Korea, Arcadis, didn't also understand how it happened. Sihan went to the place where Cheolwung usually patrols, and when he arrived, he lifted his hands and was ready to attack Sihan. Cheolwung punched Sihan, but he dodged and jumped on his arm to run towards the neck and attack it, but it didn't scratch it. His body may be harder than orichalcum. After attacking Sihan, HR jumped on the tree, and his lack of strength is the reason why he can't even put a dent into it. Cheolwung attacked him, but Sihan dodged again and goes for his feet, but still didn't do any damage. He threw a dagger on his eyes, but still didn't scratch it. Sihan already maxed out all of his stats for this fight, but he still couldn't put a scratch on it. He understands that it's unkillable at this point, and Karas is much stronger than him, so the only way to defeat Cheolwung and Karas is his first playthrough transfer package. Cheolwung shouts that Sihan is weak, but he tells Cheolwung that he's just too slow. So Cheolwung goes into a rampage and just destroys anything near him. While Sihan is escaping, he has already learned what he needs to do to and what he will use for the fatal blow to Cheolwung. Chang'e asks Mina if Sihan is his brother because they seem to get along so well, but she answers that they have different last names and there's no way they will get along if they become siblings. Sihan returned, and Chang'e was curious about how the two of them met. Sihan told him that he met Mina while she was trying to rob a bank, and then Sihan told Chang'e that he wanted to talk to him privately. When they got to a quiet place, he asked Chang'e if he was reporting on Cheolwung about this place, but he drew his sword and placed it near Sihan's neck. Chang'e was surprised and asked him how he knew that, but Sihan just removed his sword with his finger and wanted to try Chang'e's strength. Chang'e tried to slice Sihan's neck, but he dodged it. He then tried a couple of stab attacks, but he still dodged them. He tried slashing him, but he evaded them all. Chang'e told him that after all that attitude, he almost hit Sihan and told him if he didn't answer how he knew about him reporting on Cheolwung, he would kill him right there. Chang'e used some kind of stance that Sihan knew, but when he attacked Sihan with it, he just caught the blade with his 2 fingers. Sihan analyzed him and thought that all of Chang'e's stats might be in strength and agility. Sihan released the sword, but Chang'e instantly attacked him and dodged all of his swings. Chang'e used the stance again, but Sihan deflected all of his attacks just using his gloves, which he coated with orichalcum. Sihan is impressed with Chang'e's swordsmanship and praises him for it, but Chang'e knows that Sihan is completely on a different level. Sihan asked him why he was spying for Cheolwung and guessed that it was because for Shu, he wanted to protect him. Chang'e answered that that was correct. When they met for the first time, Chang'e fought Cheolwung but couldn't do anything about it, and it cost him his eyesight. After that day, he became a spy for Chilwung, and he felt he was in utter despair. Pooh, sorry for the laugh guys, I just remember someone. Sihan asked him for how long he had been a spy, and Chang'e answered, ever since they arrived at the safari. Chang'e asked Sihan if he was going to tell the people on the safari about it, but Sihan told him that he wouldn't do anything for now, then continued that they could use it to their advantage. Chang'e can tell Sihan about Chilwung's plan. He told Sihan that Chilwung will start its move a week from now. Chang'e told Sihan that its power is on a different level. Sihan told him he knows that because he already encountered it earlier, and he continued that even if he couldn't kill it right now, that doesn't mean that it was impossible to kill. Chang'e is confused about Sihan's actions, but Sihan told him that he will give him the details later and to be sure to share the intel from Chilwung's plans. He also told him that he needs to tell Shu about what is happening because he will play a vital role in this quest. Back in the Safari Zone, Chang'e told Shu all of what had happened. Of course, Shu got angry at him because he was also worried about him. Mina then told Sihan that he has a good instinct because he told her to watch both of them and asked Sihan about Chilwung if he wants to kill it. Mina told him that he would go out to finish the quest, but Sihan warns him that Chilwung is on a rampage looking for him. Mina walked back to them and asked Sihan what did he do with teary eyes. After Chang'e explained everything to Shu, they approached Sihan and asked about his plan. Sihan told Shu that he couldn't defeat it by himself, so he needed Shu's talents and told him to create a weapon that would kill Chilwung. Sihan, Mina, and Shu went somewhere in the Safari Zone where a forge placed by Sihan. Both of them asked Sihan how he got it, but he lied and said he got it through a quest before, but of course, Sihan bought it in the DLC store. Sihan asked Shu about it, and he answered that this is plenty enough and he can't wait to start crafting something. Mina approached him and told him that it doesn't seem strange to find this all out here, but he told her that it doesn't matter to him as long as he is helpful with something. Mina asks Sihan if this has been his plan all along, but he tells him that he's just 3 years younger than him and that he's already in his 3rd year of middle school. Mina is surprised because she thought that Shu was still in elementary. Sihan asks Mina to create a barrier that would prevent people from approaching the vicinity. Mina gets surprised by it again because he knows that she has that skill. Mina explained that this skill isolates everything and what happens inside it. Sihan understands the blessings and powers of a top god. Sihan gave Shu some materials for crafting the weapon he needs. Shu asked him what kind of weapon he wanted, and Sihan gave him a drawing of the weapon he needed to defeat Chilwung. It looked like a spear. Back at the amusement park, Chilwung is still rampaging and thinks that someone should have reported it because of how strong Sihan is. A monster told Chilwung that he was being summoned by Karas. Mina and others from the safari were waiting for something, and moments later they heard some noises. Mina transformed to check where the sound came from. It was Chilwung rampaging through the forest. Mina came back to report it to the other survivors. Then Mina is debating whether she will run or stay with Sihan. She's conflicted because Sihan was a big help to her and starting to get attached to him. Chang'e appeared and told Mina that he will fight Chilwung, even if it will only buy them time. Chang'e charges toward Chilwung, but he acts like he's just going to report like normal and tries to lure Chilwung away from the survivors, but he refuses. He knows that Chang'e is trying to trick him. Since Chilwung already knew about it, Chang'e pulls his sword and readied himself to fight. Chang'e dashed in and tried to slice its arm, but didn't leave any scratches. Chilwung now attacks Chang'e, but when he tried to punch him, his arm started crumbling and got destroyed. It was Sihan's weapon that caused it, and Chilwung is surprised because it destroyed his arm. Sihan thanked him for waiting and introduced him to his weapon, which he called the pile bunker. Sihan told Mina to look for Shu back in the forge area, and she found him. Sihan told him that was the safest place right now, so both of them should hide there. Chilwung punched Sihan, but he jumped high and landed on his shoulder. Chilwung followed up with another punch, but Sihan was already on top of a tree and told Chilwung that he became slower. Maybe because he lost one of its arms and that made him unstable. It seems Piledriver needs to be recharged before he can use it again. That's why Sehan just kept on dodging his attacks and told Chilwung to keep doing his best because he was about to die. When the Piledriver got charged, Chilwung panicked and tried to persuade Sehan not to kill him, but Sehan refused him instantly and stabbed its head, killing it. A notification pops up saying that he got the title Sentinel Hunter and a reward that says, give him an additional 30% damage against Sentinel for defeating Chilwung. Sehan knows that he acted too arrogant, and these Sentinels are no pushovers, so he needs to get a lot stronger. Changgu approached Sehan and asked if he killed Chilwung, and Sehan confirmed it. A lot of observers came into the area, and he told Changgu that he would give the details later and that they needed to move first because there were too many observers in the area. Changgu thanked Sehan for defeating the Sentinel. Mina and Shu came with the other survivors, but Mina told them that it was only a mid-tier boss and that there was another one. Sehan covered her mouth quickly and told the other survivor to follow him, and he would explain the whole situation later. We see some of the gods asking who Sehan is because of what he did, and talking about it. One of the gods asked the young jester since her avatar is always with Sehan, but she just teases the other gods that she wouldn't tell them even if she knew. The gods talked about max stats because they knew that there should have been no one who could kill a sentinel right now. The young jester is just having fun with what's happening and is looking forward to what Sehan will do to defeat Karas. On Sehan's side, the other survivors asked him what loot he got, and he told them that he got a grimoire and explained that that grimoire lets you use the ability of the Bulgasari, which, when you consume some kind of metal, lets you turn a part of your body into it. Mina was surprised and asked Sehan if he could transform a part of his body into an orichalcum if he consumed the grimoire. Sehan confirmed it, but Mina is a little jealous because she can't get anything like that, and she told Sehan that he doesn't need to brag about it in front of her. But Sehan gave her that A-rank item, the grimoire, and told her that it's more useful if she's the one who uses it. He told her that if she transforms, she can use it to turn her hand into a weapon. Mina was surprised by Sehan's action and told him that only one person could use it and if she deserved it. Sehan told him that it was her reward for helping him up to this point, and she's more efficient if she's the one who uses it. Mina used it and got the ability Bulgasari, A. Sehan thought that if she weren't an avatar, he would invite her to her party so they could use the skill share, and he had high hopes for her. In the amusement park, the survivors came one after another to participate in the attractions. Sehan approached the park workers and used the orichalcum on their collars, and the others were ecstatic because they finally can remove those collars. Mina told him how they were going to finish the quest if he freed the workers. Sehan asked one of the workers to put a stamp on him. He put a stamp on Mina, and that completed her quest. It seems like they can stamp people now without a problem because the collar is gone. Mina is devastated because of what she experienced on the rides when they could just do that, but Sehan told her that he did all the work on those. That should take care of the main quest for the other players, but since Sehan got a different one, his third quest still continues. In the castle, Karas is looking for Chilwung because he hasn't seen him around. One of the monsters reported to Karas that they were checking the situation right now and explained to him that Chilwung had been killed. Karas asked the monster who killed Chilwung, but that's what they're trying to find out. He ordered the others to gather all of the monsters in the park and kill everyone, but those monsters reported that when they got to the safari zone, no one was there. Karas screamed angrily and wanted to find out who did this. Sehan sensed that Karas might start his move. If you enjoy this, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Thanks!